Hey y'all! This week I am just making a chaotic sewing vlog video to make some beach pajamas. I've seen quite a few people on Instagram make these and they always turn out super cute. I found this fabric at Mood and it's actually called Stormy something copper hibiscus, and when I tell you it's way prettier in person than online or on here. I feel like with this pattern I'm going to have to make a larger size in the waist and the hips and then keep a smaller size up top. So I'm gonna try to do a quick mock-up before I get started on this fashion fabric because it was a little pricey. I'm actually, and I put this everywhere else on the internet, I'm gonna put it on YouTube. After this fabric purchase, I am only going to use fabric from my stash for the rest of the year. That might make content or anything else a little less interesting, but it's gonna be much better for my budget, and it might be a little challenging and fun to only use what I already have. Wish me luck. I'm gonna go work on this mock-up and then we'll come back when I'm ready to start working on this. This pattern is huge. It's possibly the biggest pattern I've ever printed before. Get on my couch, but that is my entire living room floor turned into a pattern. And look at my stack. Most of the roll of tape, one whole roll of tape before that, and all of my... It is the next day and I've finished as much as I'm gonna do on my mock-up. I moved the bust dart down as my apex isn't up here, it's down here. And the instructions say something about the arm side being high or a little bit more tight than what we're used to wearing. I tried it on and I wore it and I did a bunch of movement to see how I felt, and it didn't feel too uncomfortable, so I'm gonna leave it as is and then we'll see how that works. But otherwise the rest of the pattern was fine. I'm just going to add about an inch or two to the bottom of the trousers. The instructions for this pattern are all in list form, but I honestly believe that if you have made trousers and a blouse previously, that you could follow along with these instructions and figure it out pretty quickly. The first thing it wants us to do is add the bust darts. We're then gonna join the shoulder seams of the front and the back, and then the side seams of the front and the back. And then the back will be open and we'll have to make a placket. Here's the back where it overlaps. It wants you to do buttonholes for the back, but I'm gonna try to do a snap placket. It wants you to finish up the collar, the waist tie, the bias binding on the blouse. I'm gonna go ahead and put the trousers together, and then before I attach the trousers to this, then I'm gonna come back and do those little nitpicky things. This is the back trouser piece. I just stuck a pin in it so I know the difference. And then I'm gonna take the front and we're going to stitch it along the outer leg and then the inner leg. And then we're gonna place the two legs together and sew it together at the crotch. I cut out the collar and I'm attaching it with a facing. I've gone ahead and added the collar, but it looks a little costumey. It's probably the fabric. I like the belt out of this fabric, but the collar just isn't really doing it for me. The collar is just not really what I'm going for, I think. I think I'm gonna make a binding. I'm gonna remove this and have a binding around the neckline. I'm hoping this is a judgment-free channel because I unpicked the collar and I added a facing, which I just haphazardly cut and attached. I'm gonna fold over and make it look prettier when I sit down and hand stitch. And I like that front a lot more with the facing rather than that. So next I'm just gonna bind up the sleeves and we're gonna attach the trousers.